Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be for Oprah. Before I begin, let me thank all the new subscribers that have joined my channel, and thank you again to all the subscribers that's been my subscribers now for a few weeks, a few months. So yeah. Also, peace and abundance for the new year. Just glad to be back, and hopefully this new year will be a great one for everyone. So let's get into this reading. Let's see what Oprah's current energies are. Okay, so she's evolving. This is showing me that she's dealing with energies that are stagnant in her life. She's also stressed about stagnant energies. So things are kind of like happening that she doesn't want to deal with. It's kind of like a domino effect. You know what I mean? It's kind of like one domino falls, then a lot of other things starts to change and switch up. So that's what's going on in her life. Things are coming to a completion and to a new start. Well, I'll tell you, with this I was going to say atomic bomb, but it's funny it says atom bomb. But what I tell you guys, like, things is switching up in her life. You see with this tower. Again, this is something that she doesn't want to deal with, but she has to. You know what I mean? It's the energy of growing pains and transition. Let's see what this is in relation towards what is switching up, what has to switch up. All right, this obviously carries some heavy emotional energy because it's face down. Her choices. I know this is probably going to be heavy for some people, but this is definitely the energy that I'm getting. It has to do with kids. It has to do with family. You know what I mean? She's looking back in regret. You know, she's not really happy with the choices that she made. You know, because this antelope with the two horns right here, it symbolizes like a path, like one path and another path. She can't reconcile the choices that she made, you know what I mean, with the path of her life, the direction of it. You see how, like, this would be her energy, how she's looking back at her choices. This is a divine energy with the 7 being here. You know what I mean? Also with the moon and the sun. I don't know what's going on in her chart, her astrology, but like if you guys are astrologers and stuff, this is showing me that it's definitely like a time for this sort of like emotion and thinking. So it's a real sad energy. Let's look further. Yeah, because with this nebula, right, when she burns out, you know what I mean? Like when she transitioned from this life into whatever is coming up next for her, she's thinking about a legacy, but not like a Nelson Mandela type of legacy. This is a more tangible, physical legacy. She's thinking about like, who's going to take over for me? You know what I mean? Who am I going to pass all my wealth down to? You know, so this is real interesting to me. You know, to my knowledge, if I'm correct, I think she has a daughter, but I believe she gave her up like, you know, years ago. Because if I'm right, I could be wrong because I don't know much of Oprah, but I think the kid was a product of abuse. I'm gonna just say that for YouTube purposes. Obviously the hard R, R-A-P-E, you know what I mean? That's what comes up. So I know it's something like corny. I hate saying it, but like not being able to like talk freely, but you know how like the algorithm and all that shit goes. Even me saying shit probably fucks with that. I don't know, but anyway, she's thinking about like her life, who she's gonna pass her shit to, basically. Not just that, but I'm also getting an energy of this deep, because it's like she actually wants a family. You know what I mean? You don't have to have kids to have a family. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But she wants that type of family. You know what I mean? She's thinking about that sort of family. She's thinking about like, damn, like I could have had kids. I could have did things differently. And now she's just stuck on that. So, I mean, it is what it is. Heavy energy for sure. But hopefully this can be educational and informative, like all my readings, to possibly get people to consider things in their life, you know what I mean? Where it's kind of just like, do I want kids? Do I not want kids? You know, it could be positive, these readings. It doesn't have to just be about drama and tea and all that. You know, sometimes these things can make you think, I guess. But anyway, again, heavy energies because the cards are face down, so her emotions. What did I tell you guys, right? Like, she's thinking about like transitioning. See, with this death energy. And the fact that this whale is so damn giant compared to this boat, it seemed unrealistic to me. But who knows what's in the ocean, right? But this is showing me that this is really plaguing her energy. It's causing a lot of disturbances, you know. This is showing me as well, because it was showing me like she was thinking about death, but she's... how do I phrase this? There's an energy of a health scare. There's definitely an energy of a health scare. She's dealing with a lot. She's dealing with a lot at this moment. And it's disturbing her life. You know what I mean? This boat symbolizing travel, movement. It's disturbing her movement. Let's look deeper. With this world energy, when this card comes up, especially like with this mermaid, it speaks of who you are as a person. You know what I mean? Because like this world energy, it's a maturity to it. You know what I mean? You wouldn't associate this card with youth or anything like that. You know what I mean? The world, especially in a situation like this, it speaks of like who you are as a person. You know, how you operate in the world. Like what your cares are regarding the world. Things are switching up. Before, obviously, she didn't care about the whole kid situation. You know what I mean? That's when I'm getting heavy. Like, she was not tripping. She did not want kids. But now this issue is plaguing her. Not only is it plaguing her, but it's affecting how she feels about herself. Again, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but this is affecting how she feels as a woman, as a lady. And it's causing deep sorrow. It's definitely causing deep sorrow. So, unfortunate for Oprah. So we're going to be asking other questions, I guess. Let's see, what else do the energies want to show us regarding Oprah? With this antimatter, she's not doing well with others. This kind of wanted to go back in the deck. I don't know if you guys seen how it landed. It landed something like this, like where it was just stuck. But she's on the fence regarding people. She doesn't want to deal with people. You know what I mean? You see how this is like a 2? Like 2 speaks of like relationships, commitment, you know what I mean? Working with others, balance. Her balance is off. You know what I mean? I know this is antimatter, but I'm getting antisocial. She's definitely in an antisocial mood at this moment in time. Let's look deeper and see what's going on with that. You see with this Big Bang again, and this 8 being here, you know, the Big Bang is about to start, right? So they say. And, you know, the 8 symbolizing death and all that and rebirth. I'm getting an energy of trying to reconcile herself. It's like, it's so funny, right? Because I recently turned 30 on the 30th of this month, or actually of last month, because we're in January now. But December 30th, I turned 30, right? And it was funny because I was getting like all these different energies and like thoughts about like my life and like, you know, this like new transition of being like an old ass man basically. And it's kind of just like, you would think once you're Oprah's age, because I know she's a real old ass lady, so you would think, oh my god, not to offend any of my subscribers or potential clients or clients in the past, there's nothing wrong with being old. I'm just silly right now, my apology. But basically, you would think once you're her age, you wouldn't really be tripping off of like, like these type of issues. You would think like, you would have it worked out. But it's funny, like, it's just funny because it makes me think of like life. Because I like once I turned 30, I was just like, you know what I mean? I kind of feel like content with everything. Like I don't have any like issues or anything as far as like me feeling a type of way. It's kind of just what it is. Like it is what it is type of energy. So I would have thought like her being the age that she is, she would have been like dealt with her issues and all sorts of like shit. But this is showing me it's like she's trying to discover herself. That's why I went through that whole situation, because this energy was basically showing me like a self-discovery energy. Again, an energy of like growing pains or something. And usually we like relate that with like teens or maybe people that are like midlife crisis, which I think is like 40 or 45 if I'm right, could be wrong. But I think that's like when you have a midlife crisis, so they say. But for her to be the age that she is, she's like going through a life crisis. I don't know if you could call it a midlife crisis, but it's that type of vibe. And so since she's in that energy, she's being antisocial. You know what I mean? Because it has to do with, I know it sounds funny, but it has to do with basically her life, how it went down, how it's going. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like, she can't get over basically when things could have been different. It's kind of, I guess, like, because I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I just have to let the energy speak for itself. So basically, she's dealing with the issues that she didn't have kids. And that's what's that's what keeps coming up to me. I know I keep repeating it, but the energies is just heavy on that. Like, she has an issue with that. And it's making her antisocial. So, I mean, damn. We've all been there, though, right? Like, we're depressed or something. We just don't want to deal with anyone. Yeah, so what did I tell you guys? This is funny, right? This Four of Swords. You know what I mean? This energy of sleeping. You know what I mean? Usually this is about resting. All of that. Again, it speaks of her pulling back. She's definitely pulling back. And it's causing issues in her life with this 3 right here. You know what I mean? The issues is coming because she's putting herself first with this sword right here, this one. And if you look at this shark, if you look at the eyes, it's in some deep-ass sadness. So you see, like, the fish are just, like, living their life. The other sharks and fish are doing their thing. But there's misery. There's definite misery. Not just that, but even with her spirit is off. If you look at this thing right here, it's like some type of entity with a sad face. So what this is showing me is that she's pushing people away, and she's dealing with kind of like dark energies. Sometimes if you get too depressed or too caught up in misery and shit, you can attract certain entities. I'll just say that much. And unfortunately, she's attracting all these sort of like negative vibes, negative energies, these negative beings that are even like enhancing the negative experience that she's having. And this is funny, right? Because usually this, I think this is 8. Usually this 8 of, silly right now, my apologies. This 8 of wands usually has to do with forward movement. But I'm not getting a forward movement energy at all. I'm getting a very stuck energy. Because you see, like, where are these wands supposed to move? It's just like, it's nowhere for them to really move. They're just stuck. So interesting. Very interesting energies. So, I mean, not the best, right, for the new year? Like, damn. Let's see what's going on in her romantic situation. What's going on in Oprah's romantic life? Her emotions, because the card is face down, so obviously it's affecting her. So how do I say this? Because I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself. But guys, you really cannot make up the energies, right? because with this cocoon, like what happens when you go through a cocoon? You're going through a metamorphosis, a transformation, right? Again, an energy of growing pains, an energy of kind of like when you're transitioning. But again, it's kind of just like, why is she dealing with this at this age? But this is just what she's dealing with. You see what I mean with this 8 here? So her romantic life is going through a transformation because she's pulling away. So it's like, I don't know who she's dealing with or anything like that. But this is showing me that she doesn't have time for love at this moment. Let's look further. Yeah, she wants to get into growth. You know what I mean? She's trying to explore who she is as a person. You know what I mean? She's also thinking about, like, what does she mean, like, on this earth? Like, what is her reason for being here? She's in heavy energies of, like, questioning life, questioning her decisions, questioning what does she offer to the world. So, I mean, it's all her, you see? It's not like no lover's energy. It's just her focus on herself. Let's continue. Too many cards. They obviously came out for a reason. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the most important. They're all important, but obviously you see so many damn cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the first card of the pile, and then I'm going to pull the last card of the pile. So let's see. This is really funny, right? And not because it's the obvious, because obviously no. To my knowledge, she hasn't been married. Who knows? Maybe she could be secretly married. I don't know. But the energies I'm getting with this is someone that's not too lucky in the love department. Not lucky at all. It's almost her position in life to be lonely. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing any growth, which is funny. It's kind of just like only her. And the funny thing is, she's really not tripping either. Like, this isn't showing me someone that's sad because they've had, like, a bad situation with life as far as, like, love. I'm getting the energy of, like, practicality. She's more practical about love and love matters. So very interesting. You know, because this is showing me with this cup being here and how she's holding it and the energy that I'm getting. It's no issue, like, as far as guys proposing to her or, you know, even her, like, receiving love offers. But that's not why she's here. You know what I mean? I know it sounds horrible, but it's kind of just like it wasn't meant to be. You know what I mean? And it's like she's content with it as well. She doesn't have an issue with that. She don't have an issue at all. Like, especially if you look at this electric eel. You know, like, she's happy. This is also showing me I'm getting a strong energy. This is like a third party energy, but obviously I don't know if she's with anyone. I'm gonna just call it as I see it though, or as I feel it. Even though she might not have like a serious love situation, she hooks up when she needs to hook up. You know what I mean? She comes out the den and, you know, she has sex and does her whole shit. But this is showing me, how do I say it? Like, you know, Will Smith and his wife and all that. It's showing me like that type of vibe, just without, I guess, the marriage. You know, so she's into everything. Like, I know, like, that's the rumor. Like, they'd be like, is she a lesbian? But this is the actual energy that I'm getting, guys. You know what I mean? Like, she has a unique sort of sexual desires. I'll say that much. You know, she is an Aquarius, I believe. So I guess maybe that's how, like, the Aquarius energy becomes heavy. because she's definitely not traditional about her love needs. If you want to call it love, because I don't know if you can like relate sex and love, like put that together, you know, because like love is kind of different. Sex is more about like passion, you know. But anyway, yeah, very interesting energies. So let's look into her career. What's coming up as far as her career goes? Okay, one card flipped. This card, I was supposed to just pull out this card, but this card came up. This is definitely like a wild card when something like that happens, because I was intentional, but I'll take it. Something's going to be a disaster. Something is definitely going to be a disaster. And it's not going to have the results that she wanted at all. You know, that's just what's showing up to me. Yeah, it's showing me something's not going to be going well in her love situation with this her work situation with this black hole. Let's see what's going on here. So the issue is her energies are just thrown off. So since her energies are being thrown off because of the whole things that she's worrying about and stressing over, it's thrown off even her work situation. I'm getting an energy, like, the energy is just telling me, like, she needs to hang it up and kind of, like, retire. That's just the vibe that I'm getting. She needs to be focused on other things in her life. She definitely needs to be focused on other things in her life. You know, it's like she wants to continue on the same like road, the same shit that she was on, kind of like just working and doing great things. And I'm not again trying to offend anyone. This is just the energy I'm getting. It's literally just like she needs to stop. There's a new chapter in her life that she needs to focus on. That's why it's kind of just like these stars are symbolic of like her dreams, her desires as far as like work and other things. It's just going to be sucked up into a void because that's not her destiny anymore. It's not telling me what she is. I'm not asking that question, obviously, because it's irrelevant for the most part. Even though I know you guys are probably curious about it. I just like to pick up like general energies and stuff. Like, you know, she's not like my client where I have to like look into those energies, but it's telling me she needs to focus on herself. She definitely needs to focus on herself. Let's look further. It's kind of just like focusing on herself as far as like doing something new. Like, okay, again, her emotion, because these cards are face down. Yeah, things need to balance out. What I tell you guys, that it's not like her career situation. I mean, the lady became a billionaire. You know what I mean? She's a very established lady. She done great, amazing things as far as like earthly success that has to do with money. Now it's time for other shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know like what her life is going to be or anything like that, but this is showing me like, let's just say if she starts making more money doing other shit, right? She makes billions of more dollars or some weird shit like that, whatever. She's not going to be fulfilled. So it's kind of just like for, I guess, us normal people that don't have money like that, that's like some serious crazy money. But she already achieved that sort of success. So it's literally like pouring water into a cup. Like it doesn't do anything for her. So it's like she's still stuck on like working and trying to like do the old shit that she was doing. But it's showing me that it's throwing off her balance. It's definitely throwing off her balance. Damn, this is deep, guys. I gotta pick up this energy. It's funny, right? Because I was telling you guys, I was just like, it's not meant for her to be focused on like work that she's done. You know what I mean? So all the work that she's done in the past, so it has to do with like, you know, her making movies and her doing interviews and all of that. Everything that we know that she's done. this energy is saying put an end to that shit. Like, no more of that. Like, it's not fulfilling her. It's literally not fulfilling her, but it's like she's stuck in like a cycle where she feels like she has to do those things. But if she keeps focusing on that, it's just bringing like death to her. You know what I mean? With this Ten of Swords here, it's like she's betraying herself. You know what I mean? She's not allowing herself to grow. She's not allowing herself to be happy. You know what I mean? It's like being old bones. It's like, you know what I mean? It's no life. You know what I mean? It's like, I didn't know this card was going to come up, obviously. But like I was telling you guys, like for her, if she focuses on work and shit, it's like literally pouring water into a cup. Like the most simplest, like emptiest thing a person can do. You know what I mean? Unless like you don't have water, like in your country or land or whatever, then I guess like, you know, that's a big deal. For the most part though, like obviously everyone needs water to survive. So it's not literally that big of a deal. But this is showing me like if she focuses on work, it's just going to be bad for her life. It's going to be bad for what she's, you know, it's going to be bad for her. You know, we all want to like be happy, and she's just not happy. She's not fulfilled. You know, she's not, her situation isn't balanced. You know, all the previous things I said about the kids and all that, like it's like she's dealing with a lot of shit right now. And it's telling her she needs to stop working. This is funny, right? Because it just hit me. It's kind of just like her issue was work. You know what I mean? Like if she didn't feel like she had to be this sort of like hardcore business career lady and like, oh, I don't need kids, I don't need anyone, and like I'm good. Like if she would have been like, I guess, more human, you know what I mean? Or like more sensitive about these things, she would be in a different timeline, right? But it's like, I guess we can't go back. But this is just showing me like she's just still dealing with like issues that she was dealing with before that made her unhappy, basically. Because now it's like showing that the results of like the fruit of her just being like, okay, I'm just going to work and I'm just going to like make all this money. I don't need kids. I don't need like all of this like traditional shit that people have. And now she wants it. So it's like now she's stuck with what she went out for, which is work and all that. And now it's telling her like, yo, you're still not fulfilled. You need to do something else. So, I mean, I'm going to leave it here because I'm pretty much repeating myself. But this was really fascinating. I don't expect anything with my readings. I just let it be. But, like, I really wasn't expecting this. It was definitely funny. If you made it this far, definitely press the thumbs up. You know, it's New Year, guys. Show some love, some appreciation, all that good shit, you know. I definitely appreciate it, and I'm definitely thankful. And hopefully everyone has a great start of the whole new year, all that good shit. And yeah, stay tuned for more content. You know, I have a lot of readings planned and all that. And also, if you would like to have a reading with me, how to go about that will be in the description box. And if you would like me to have a reading on any celebrity of your choosing, how to go about that will be in the description box as well. Peace and abundance. Take care and bye.